talked about these strings at that point of time, right? I told you that we could access string by the indexes. We essentially have index start from 0, right? It is 0 based indexing which we follow. Okay. So for example, if I say -1, it essentially will give me what? Let's see. And let me start the index.html as well. Let's go live, and here we have it. Right? We basically get undefined, right? Now, if instead of this, we can also do something like this. We can use console.log name.char add. So there is a function. Now this is a function, we call it, right? These are the functions which JavaScript provide. Function or methods. Okay, so we can call these things on the string. So if I say name.char at 0, that means I'm saying what is the character at 0, right? What is the character at 0? Bhupinder, right? B is the character which is at 0, right? If I ask what is the character at 1, it will tell me it is H, 0 1, correct? So we can use char at, or we can use this syntax to access the elements. And this thing which we are talking about, this is nothing but your inbuilt functions. Okay, now we have other inbuilt. So a inbuilt function is something which basically is like this, and that has brackets around it, right? Brackets. Then we also have something called properties, inbuilt properties. So one of the property is, I can say console.log name.length. So length is a property. Okay, and if I do this, see, I'm not making brackets here, right? I'm not making brackets here. So if I say name.length, so what is the length? Can you tell me what is the length of the name? So if I do this, it is telling me 9. So there are total 9 characters in this string, and that is what I'm getting through the name.length. Okay, clear? Okay, and like this, we have many functions in inbuilt functions which are being provided to us, right? Just to give you some examples, right? Like what I'll do, I'll just paste some code here. Now you see this thing. Consider we have this string text1 which is hello, text2 world, and then we have text3 which is JavaScript. Now see what I can do. I can use the concat function. What it does, it concatenate two things, right? What I'm trying to concatenate, I'm trying to concatenate text1. I'm trying to concatenate text1 with text2 by adding a blank. So the result will be what? Hello space world. Why? Hello is coming from the text1. Okay, hello is coming from the text1, and then we have space which is being added, and then the text2 which is world. So hello world. So concatenate is one function which can be used, right? Then we have something called to uppercase. To uppercase means it will convert everything to the uppercase. For example, if you have, so I'm calling text1 dot to uppercase. So hello, right? It is in small case. I can make it to uppercase, so it will become capital, all capital, right? Now if you see this third one, it has some spaces here. Can you see some spaces are here, some spaces are here? What if I would like to clean those spaces? So we already have some spaces, but I want to clear those spaces. For that, I can use the function called trim function I can use. And what it will do, it will remove these extra spaces, and what I'll be getting back is just JavaScript, right? What I have written here. Then I have something called split. What split does, right? Split basically, let me just give you an example. Split example. So what split does, it basically splits by the delimiter. Consider I have a delimiter like this, Neeraj, semicolon. Okay, then I say I have Ashutosh, right? Ashutosh, and then we have, spelling again. Sorry. Then say we have Shoaib. Okay, and they all are separated by this. Okay, now what I can do, I can split that by what? I can split it by semicolon. So what it will do, it will create an array. It will create an array with all those elements. Like it will have Neeraj, Ashutosh, Shoaib, all alag, all separate. Okay, let me show you this. So basically, what it will do is, okay, sorry, I have to do it on the split example. So now you see, right? It has created this array. Neeraj, Ashutosh, and Shoaib. Right? Why it created three? Because it's split. Basically, it is splitting it by this thing. Okay, it is splitting it by this. Then we also have a method called slice. Now, what slice does? It basically takes a slice out of the string. So, for example, in text one, we have hello, right? What I'm saying, I need a slice from one and three. I need, right? From one to three, I need. So, if I say zero, this is one, this is 2, and this is 3. So I'm saying from 1 to 3. From 1 to 3, all things are coming in between? Only E and L, right? So I'm saying from 1 to 3, which is 1 and 2. So it will take E and L. Clear how the slice is working if you want to take the part of the string? Anyone has any doubt? Clear? Okay. So as of now, whatever we did, right, to create a string, what we did is, and one more thing you need to know is, for example, if I say, let, this is my first. So if I say FRST first, right, then I'll say capital F, okay, and this is capital first. So if I ask you guys whether first is equals to first, is first equals to first? Well, the answer for this is actually no. Why? Because F is capital. So basically, when you work with JavaScript, the string, it does matter what the case, right? What is the casing, what is capital, and all those things that matters. And because of this, what it does not show you, it does not tell you that these two strings are same. So essentially, correct. That is case sensitive. So they are case sensitive. Okay. Okay, that's it. This is what we had. Now, this is like one way that we have created a string, right? This is one way of creating a string. And you can actually get to know the type of a string, like what is the type of a variable. So we have something which we called console.log, I could say. We have this inbuilt function again. We have this inbuilt function called type of. So it tells me what is the type of something. Okay. So I want to know the type of this first. What is this first? I want to know what it is, right? So it will tell me, see, string. It is telling me this is a string, right? Now, if I say what is the type of one? One is number, right? It is telling me that. So this is one way that we could create a string. However, there is another way we could do it. Okay, there is another way we could do it. We can create string object. Okay, how do we do that? We do it that str object, I'll call it. So what you do there is you use new. So this new which I'm using here, right? This new is actually a keyword. It is a keyword, and then I use string. String is the function which I'm using, and in here I tell what is the string is gonna be. So I'll say hello. Hello is my string, right? And now if I do a console log of this str object, right, string object, you will see that I'm getting, see, can you see here? But this string is a little different. This string is a little different. Can you see this? It is coming as, it is not coming like normal, like hello, right? It is coming in a different way, HEEE, something like that, correct? So when we create it like this way, okay, this is called your string object. This is my string object. Cool. And we also, so if I'm not using new keyword, right, then what happens? See, there is a difference. If I remove new keyword, then see what is happening. I'm just getting hello. So when I'm, see, this string function act in two ways. It can be used for explicit conversion. You remember we had Boolean number where we were doing explicit conversion. So if I use string like this, then it will be used for explicit conversion. However, if I write new in front of it, then it act like something which create an object. Okay, and if I save this, it basically created a string object. You must be getting confused with what is an object. Don't worry about it because we have a separate session of object. I will, when I'll talk about objects, I will again talk about this string object. Okay, everyone? Cool. Okay. Another thing which we have is something with escape characters. So we have escape. Okay, before going for the escape characters, Let me do this thing. So there was this one question which Shoaib has raised earlier. Let's say I have this text 5, okay, sorry, text 5, which says Elma better, okay. And now what I want to do is console.log. There is this thing called text 5 sub. See, if I do, there is a function called substring, right? Okay, he has given me that. Hmm. See, so what did I do is I'll just remove this guy, directly take this one. Okay, control X, control V, text this. What I'm doing here, I would like to take substring. When I say we have a string, I would like to take a part of it. Okay, so in that case, I can use substring. So what I'm saying in the substring, I would like to start from 2, okay, and I would like to go all the way to 4, okay. And if I do that, see what I'm getting is MA. Can you see here? Just below this thing, MA. Why MA? This is 0, 1, 2. 2 is what? M, right? Starting from 2. Then 3 and 4. So basically we have to go from 2 to 4. Okay, so we got MA. It is kind of similar to what we had like slice. Okay, you can use that also. I'm just telling you like this way it essentially works. Okay, another thing which we have is called escape characters. How do we use escape characters? Now, what is this escape characters? So let's try to understand this. Consider we have escape string. I'll just call it as. Consider I have a string hello, and I would like to have a slash in it. Okay, I would like to maybe not slash, say if I would like to have some sort of double quotes. So what I would like to have, I would like to have a double quotes within that. Hello Neeraj, I'll say. Okay, but you see this is not working. This is giving me an error. Now what I want, I actually want this. I want hello, then double quotes Neeraj. That is what I want. How do I do that? For that we use escape character. The escape character which we use is slash. So I use slash and then slash. So what the slash does, right? This will consider this as a equals double double quotes. Okay, and if show you this thing now, so basically the error is gone, and I can see my thing here. You see hello Neeraj in double quotes. Clear? That also you can do. That also you can use, Bhupendra. So if you could do that, but I was just telling you this scenario. What if we need to do within that? Right? Obviously, you could do this way also. You could do this also. But to achieve the same thing with the escape character, we can use this escape character like this. Okay. And there are other things also which we could do with this text. For example, I would like to have Neeraj. Then I would like to say slash n. Slash n means new line. Start with the new line. New line. So you see what happens. I got hello Neeraj and then the new line. So this character is actually came after new line. So if I use slash n, that takes new line automatically. Okay. And say if I say slash v, okay, it is a vertical tab. You see there is a space, a big space which has come between new line and the Neeraj, right? So I can just show you this one. You guys can actually play around with this. So we have these many these are the escape characters which we have. So if I use slash, this I have already shown you the quotation which comes in. What if you would like to have a slash in your text string, then you can use double slash. Okay, if you would like to have a new line, then you could use that. Most of these things you will not be using much. The only thing which you need to remember is this one and this second one. The first three is good enough. The rest are not really required so much. Okay, I hope it is clear, everyone. Okay, okay, cool. Just a second. Okay, yeah, that's pretty much we have for string. One more thing I forgot to tell you about is called conditional operator. When we were talking about operator, right, we have one more operator which is conditional operator. What your conditional operator does, for example, if I have let conditional, I'm just writing like that, operator test. So I can say something like that. If 4 is equals to 5 minus 1, if 4 is equals to 5 minus 1, then I can use question mark. So basically what I'm saying, here is your condition. If your condition is true, so question mark is looking for the condition. If your condition is true, then it will execute this. Otherwise, it will execute this. Otherwise, this. So basically what I'm saying here, if 4 is equals to 5 minus 1, which is what, 4 only, right? Then it will give you this. Otherwise, it will give you this otherwise. So if I do console.log conditional operator test here, right, you will see what I got. I got this. So essentially what happens, right? Let me just show you here. So the thing is, your conditional operator works in this way. It is like you have a condition. Okay, you have a condition, then question mark. If this thing is true, then whatever you have kept here will get executed. Otherwise, colon, if it is false, this thing will get executed, right? If I say hello, it's obviously a string, is equals to hello, right? If this is equals to, then I would like say true, otherwise I want false. So what will be the output of this? Can you guys tell me? What will be the output of this? Hello equals to hello, true, otherwise false. The output will be false. Why? Because this is capital H, this is small h, right? Which is false. Because it is false, which will get executed? The one after the colon. So that is why this one will get executed. And that's why I got false. Yes, yes, Ashwar, this is also called as ternary operator as well. This is also called as ternary operator. So people call it as conditional operator and this operator. Okay. So Adish, we haven't talked about if else. Yes, it is kind of if else only, but because we haven't talked about if so far, so that's why I'm not bringing if for now. Okay. Then there are like this interview questions which are being given here. Like for example, it says if you have given a string, you need to reverse each word of the string. How do you do that? So you can do something by reverse by separator. Okay, so we can use something called reverse by separator function. There we passed our string. So this is a, now see, this is a problem. That's a big problem. The problem with some of the content here is na, uh, I think I'll talk with the Eluna Meta team on this. See, here we created a function, but the functions we'll actually be talking with you guys here, right? This is where we'll be talking about functions in JavaScript. But why then they have given functions here? Because this will confuse you, right? Okay, let me do one thing. Because they have put the functions here, I have to tell you now itself. Otherwise, you will be like, Neeraj is not telling us the things. But the problem is the things are not being structured properly. That's why I'm not telling you. Okay. Now consider this thing. Okay, I'll tell you. Yeah, I'll talk to them. I'll talk to them. See, if somebody who already have a bit of idea of programming, for them it is fine because they will understand what a function is. But for somebody who's like who have no clue about programming, for them it will be problematic hoga. Okay, see, let's do this one thing. Okay, I will do one thing. I'll just give you one example of a function, like what it is, what is a function, so that you guys know. Okay, functions.js I will call it. Okay, or if you guys trust me, then what I can do. Okay, you guys can tell me if you guys trust me. I'll talk about functions, at that time I'll tell you everything about functions. Or should I tell you right now a little bit and tell you more about them? Should I do it now or at later point of time? अपने हिसाब से I'll do it after, like how I want it to. Okay, cool. Thank you. I'll do it then that way then. Okay. So now we are done with this string. Okay. Now we are done with the string. We are still left with couple of things. Okay. We are still left of couple of things in the sense when I used this thing called new string, right? Some of the people had some question like, what is this? What is happening? New string. Don't worry about it. When I will talk about objects, okay, in future sessions, at that point of time I will tell you that, right? Yeah, that is the thing, Adish. That is the thing. I'll check with them, but don't worry about it. Okay, so you have to worry about competency test, but by the time you will have your competency test, you will know most of the things. Okay, so don't worry about that stuff. But for now, are you, so even this thing, right? Even this thing, this one which I told you here, where is it? Hmm. Even this thing which we have, which is like this, uh, these guys, right? Two uppercase, concat. So these all are functions. Okay, it would have made a lot more sense if I would have told you functions already. So if I would have told functions already, you would have relate a lot better. So there are two things. Just think in this way: there are functions which you write by yourself, and then there are functions which are being provided by JavaScript itself. So these are the things which is provided by the JavaScript itself. Cool. And that is what we used here.